Hi all, welcome back. It's Fleur from Fleurs by Design. Today I'm going to do a really quick video. I wanted to use my Heidi Swapp the Lightbox to do a countdown to Disneyland. My son is performing in Anaheim not till next July, so it's quite a ways away, but I really wanted to do a countdown with the Lightbox. It's with his dance company, so there's a bunch of kids going with the company program. So I thought maybe it would be kind of fun to have something like this in the studio. So I'm going to let them borrow it every once in a while when we have functions and stuff, just kind of saying how many days there are left. So I wanted to do a countdown. What I'm going to do today is show you how to make some custom if you don't have, like, there's no Disney themed things out from Heidi Swapp yet, so there's lots of emojis and words that you could use, but I really wanted to use some sort of Mickey icon. So basically what I'm going to do is show you how to take some blank plastic and make your own little inserts for your Lightbox. So this is, I loved Tsum-Tsums. I don't know if anybody knows what they are. They're these cute little Disney characters in these little bodies, and they're stackable. So I have my Mickey and Minnie here with me. I also have this really cute little purse that I'm going to take with me next year that I found with all the Tsum-Tsums on it. And it's actually a really cool little purse because it's got a little change purse even right in the middle there. So this will be perfect. I could put my ticket in there. So this will be perfect for when we go to Disneyland. My cell phone will fit in there, and it's a little wristlet, so perfect for when we go to Disneyland. So I just thought I'd show you that too. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to take the letter tiles that I bought. These are just the plain back ones, and I'm going to spell out Disneyland. So I have my Disneyland there. Okay, and then I have, today it's 289 days till Disney. So we still have a long way to go. The other thing is this alphabet that I had only had one Y, so I couldn't do 289 days until Disneyland. I didn't have enough Ys to do day. So what I'm going to do is just show you how I did a couple of cool ideas using plain plastic. Now the plastic that the ones that come on from Heidi Swapp is quite thick. You can actually buy, I don't know if you still can, but you used to be able to buy this stuff called plastic paper from Basil, and that would be perfect for this because it's about the same strength. But what I've been using is just leftover packaging. So the plastic that comes with the leftover packaging is strong enough that it will hold in this Lightbox. Transparency, I tried it on the transparencies. They're a little bit too thin, a little bit too flimsy. They will work, but they might slip out. So I'm going to use just packaging. This is just from one of my scrapbooking products. I'm just going to trim it down to size with scissors, cut around the outside of this, and then I'll go ahead and show you how I'm going to make a special Disneyland one. I'll be right back. So your first step, I'm getting a lot of glare from my light here. I'm trying not to let it glare off the letters. Hopefully you can see them. So the first step is just to cut down that plastic material to the same size as what, if you want to use just the smaller ones, you would just trace those. I wanted to use a bigger one because I'm going to be putting an icon on there. So what I decided to do was to cut the images out of vinyl. I found this really cool vinyl at Michael's, and it's a 12 by 12 sheet of vinyl, and it comes in lots of great colors. And so I have a Mickey head and the castle, and I've also done it, this is one of the other colors it comes in gold, and I'm not sure yet which one I want to do, so I'm going to start with, I think if it's all black it might be a little bit too much, so I'm going to start with the gold and see how that looks. So I've already cut it out. I don't know if you can see that on there. If all you have to do is search for vector files, so castle vector and a Mickey head vector, and you'll find a ton of them online, and then you just put it into your silhouette machine and trace the outline, and there you go, you have your little Disney icons. So again, this vinyl was from Michael's, and all you're going to do is peel it off. So you're going to peel it off, be very careful, you don't want to rip it. Okay, and then you're just going to stick it on to your little square. Put it right in the center if you can. You want to put it as close to the center as you can. There you go. So that one fit perfectly on here, and I'll try and get out all those little air bubbles that you can see there. But there you go. So now this will just slide in like the other ones, and like I said, you do have to make sure it's cut perfectly, otherwise it'll be like this. It'll be too fussy to go in. So I'm just going to trim that just a little tiny bit. You don't want to make it too small though, because if you make it too small, then it's just going to slip out. So you just have to be really careful when you're cutting it that you cut it to the right width. So there you go. So there's one. And I also didn't, like I said, I didn't have enough to put days until Disneyland. So on the black, I just cut out some days until Disneyland that I'm going to add. And then I think I'll do the castle in gold as well and put the days until in the middle. So I'm just going to go cut some more plastic and I'll be back to show you how I put those together. Okay, so I have my other 2 pieces of plastic cut down. And I'm just going to take off the gold castle. Now once again, this one's going to be even trickier because it's got all these little flags and stuff. So you don't have to put the little flags on the top. Some of them are attached to it and some of them aren't. So if you want, you could peel off the ones that aren't and put them on, but you can just leave it if you don't want to. So again, we're just going to try and center that and try and lay it down so that there's no air bubbles. And you can always just get those out later. I'm going to try and get the little flags off the top. I don't know if you can see them there. Might be kind of difficult to put back on. Would probably help if I had some little tweezers, which I do have somewhere. Okay, there we go. Put the flag back on. Now, like I said, for the other one, I had decided that I was going to do the days until. So I have cut the letters out on my silhouette, just using some of the fonts that were already available. And I'm just going to carefully peel those off. Okay. And basically center them on the little square here. So let's do D. And just try and make them straight. You could do it so that this was like a scripted font and then have silhouette molded all together. That way you wouldn't have to make sure it's straight, but I just wanted to have some. Okay, come on. There we go. Just some plain letters. Kind of in the same font style that the other letters are, so no ends, just like a, I don't know what kind of a font you call that, but just kind of more plain, no fanciness. And then I'm going to put the until on, and let's do it about right there. Usually when I'm trying to center a word, I start with the middle letter and try and center that and then put the other letters on after. But the I on this one's really small compared to all the other letters, so I did put it off a little bit to the other side when I was centering it there. Okay, almost done. We got U. So you could get so creative with making your own. You probably could even just use letter stickers, not vinyl, but I thought the vinyl would stick really well to the plastic and would come up like a sticker might. So we have, there we go. So we have the castle, we have the days until, and then we have the Mickey head, and we have 289 days until Disneyland. Now if you notice too, just another little trick for this light box, because I use it quite a bit for parties and stuff. The Disneyland wasn't going to fit because it's too many letters, but you can easily overlap the letters. You just, like, especially with the I, because it's just right in the middle and it's got lots of side on both. You can see here, you can probably see that it's overlapped on both sides. And basically what I do when I'm overlapping is just take a letter like that, if I can't fit the whole word on, and I basically just overlap those ones because they look the most normal once it's all kind of squished together. And then I just try and get it to fit. So you can see here there's a couple of overlaps for me to get this to fit. But it ended up fitting. It looks great, and we have 289 days until Disneyland, and I'm hoping my battery still works. There we go. So there you go, 289 days till Disneyland, making some custom little slip-on icons for your Heidi Swapp Lightbox. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, and I will be back with more tips and tricks and scrapbooking and all that fun stuff in my next video. See you then. Bye.